And we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode 70 of Player Life. It is Friday, what date is today? The 26th of February here in Tokyo, Japan. Um, I hope you are all well. Yes, so I just had a pretty chill day. Did a workout, and then I went and did a, did a photo shoot with a mixed Japanese girl. She's like I think half Nigerian, half Japanese. So, but she was hella curvy. It was good stuff. You know, sometimes these chicks, just hit me up on Instagram and ask me to you know, do a photo shoot. Take their photo. There's never been a better time to if you like shooting girls, if you like shooting like hot girls, now's the time to do it because there's just like girls just they want to have their photos taken and they're willing to you know take sexy photos. Um, Usually, if you've seen my photography, you know that it's pretty erotic. It's mostly like nudes or semi-nude, or but occasionally I'll do it. Occasionally I'll do it like a street shoot in not like a little bit toned down, um, just because I like doing it. Jason B in the house. Yo yo yo. What is up? What is up? Winston Wolf in the house. What's up, man? What is good? So let me show you. Let me show you these Blasian black and Asian curves. So damn, that's it. Like it's a good mix. Black and Asian is it's a good mix. I gotta say, if you like booty, yeah. But she was hella fine. Um, that was a good time. And then we're like, she was like, it got sometimes when I'm doing the photo shoot, I get like vibes from the girls that it's like flirtatious or whatever, and the camera's like it's a little bit blurry. I don't know. Um, yeah. Gabriel E says Blasian, black and Asian, Blasian, indeed. Yeah, it's good stuff. Best of both worlds. They got the curves. I like Japanese girls are super hot, but the one downside is that sometimes they're really not curvy. Super feminine, but really sometimes they don't got the curves. But they can be found definitely. They can definitely be found. But yeah, so we pretty we got done. We're in doing the photo shoot. We're talking about sex and stuff, and she said, "Oh, you probably got all these hoes because if you see my Instagram, you know." I was but we were we were finished doing the photo shoot, and I was going back to the station, pretty much to do this show. So I came back here to do this live stream, and there was like a sex shop on the way, and she wanted to go into it. So I went in with her, and she was asking me like what would should she get, because she wanted to get something, and there's all these like sexy costumes for girls, and really erotic stuff. So I went ahead and told her, oh, I like this one, and she was like, oh yeah, I'll get this for my boyfriend. Yeah, because she wants to surprise him. And I was like, oh, are you not gonna wear it for me first? And then she said like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe. So these chicks, you just, they have boyfriends, but monogamy doesn't exist. I mean, couples might pretend they're being monogamous to each other, but in this day and age, especially in like big cities where it's so easy to cheat, monogamy is like not really. It doesn't, so many girls cheat on their boyfriends. So many girls, and this girl is like, let me just show you that again. This video again. Yeah, it was such an incredible booty. It was so good. Um, I'm definitely an ass man, so like it's the type of booty I like. Absolutely perfect. Um, yeah, but I'm sure I'll be seeing more of her in the future. But yeah, so that was just my day today. Just usual. But today I want to talk about Western women, because it's like what is going on in Western societies. It's like what the hell is going on? You know, these women are just like out of control. They're seriously out of control. They're so hysterical. You know, like it's just like how can society continue with this like hysteria? Uh, how do men put up with it? Um, it's funny, It's just I enjoy seeing it, to be quite honest. And it's easy for me to say that because I'm so far away from it, but I probably wouldn't be saying I wouldn't enjoy it so much if I had to live amongst it. It would it would suck. But know your worth. What up, bro? What is good? We got Republic of Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're well. Got Javier in the house. What up? What up? Yes. So Winston says, if you have a girlfriend, it means you like having your girl come home defiled. um, you know, yeah, guys that commit to girls in Western countries, I don't understand it. I'm like, why would you bother? Like, why would you commit to a girl in Western society? What do they do to earn that? Like, what are they doing to earn your monogamy or your commitment? Nothing. They're just headaches. Um, oh man, I've seen so many guys getting absolutely cucked by their girlfriends in Western societies. It's just hilarious to see. Poor guys though. These guys like they need a wake up call. They need to understand that need to learn about the abundance mindset. Um, and then these chicks lose all the power. Um, da, 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 da. Jason B says it's pushed so hard by the media. Yeah, 100%. Disney movies. It's all these everyone. These chicks growing up on all these Disney movies and shit. They think that's what's going to happen. But even Disney, I mean, even Disney doesn't. I don't know. I can't. I don't know what. I don't watch Disney movies. I mean, I probably did when I was a kid, but I mean, even Disney, even the female characters in Disney, at least they're hot. Like at least they're like um, that's the only thing. But the whole like marriage thing, and you'll find this your soulmate and the true one. It's such a bullshit idea. I mean, Western women have let themselves go physically and mentally. You know, they're the average Western woman is repugnant physically and mentally. And it's funny to see all the fashion brands pushing all this, you know, all the body positivity, where they say like bringing sexy back, and then they'll show this like giant obese woman, and it's like what like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend that there isn't. There are freaky guys out there, weird ass dudes that fetishize that kind of stuff. But they're definitely in the minority. It's not a thing where like majority of guys like obese women. There are some really weirdos out there that do that. That like would like obese women, but it's obviously a minority. It's not sexy. It's not hot. It's not healthy. Nothing good about it. But it's like you know there was one like Calvin Klein ad where it had this giant obese. They had this giant billboard of this enormously obese woman, and it's like, oh, you go, girl. Like you're like beautiful no matter what. You are stunning. Oh yes, like yes, girl, yes, girl. Like they're encouraged by all these their gay friends, and it's like you know it's like what like there's no fat acceptance movement for men, and there shouldn't be like there shouldn't be a fat acceptance movement for men. Um, Know Your Worth says, yeah, full time headaches. Yeah, it's just like if you're dating a girl in America or England or Australia, it's like you know I've said it before, I say it again. Like even if she's super hot and the sex is fire, that's gonna wear out. Like you're gonna like it's gonna get eventually it's gonna get boring. That's a fact. Like I mean, you'll just get you'll just get less and less turned on by the same woman over like a long period of time. You know, you don't have that same like wildness when it's the first time when you're like first getting to starting to have sex with a girl. It's like like you have a fierce attraction to them because it's so new, but you kind of get adjusted to it over time. And if you're if you're putting up if you're only staying in a relationship just to get your hole, it's not it's not even that you know you're not going to be as turned on anyway over time. So you're just going to have this headache around you that you're not even that attractive, that you're not even that attracted to sexually, because you've been there, done that like 1,000 times. If you've been in a relationship with a girl for a year, like a committed relationship, you should have had sex with her like hundreds, if not thousands of times. So just think about it. Like you're gonna get bored of it. You're not gonna get bored of the act of sex. Like that should never happen. But with the same person, it's gonna happen. I don't give a shit. I can't imagine being married to like with the same girl for like a lifetime. Nah. You can do all the bullshit. You can do all like chains and whips and all this fetish stuff. Nah, like forget all that. Like the thing that you really need is a new girl. That's what you need. Variety is the spice of life. You can try all this like role play and cosplay and like doing all this weird stuff, and yeah, that might work a little bit, but no, like a new pussy, that's what's gonna do it for you. And just go for it. These girls do not deserve any commitment. Like they don't deserve it. Sergio says American Girls are cancelled 2021. In fairness, it's not only American Girls. I do think America is the origin, the root cause of all this progressivism and feminism and all that. But it's spread to all Western countries. Canada is terrible spot. Rampant feminism, rampant. They have all these crazy. You can go to jail for saying certain things up there. Same with England. England has like hate speech laws. That Ireland is. I've said this many times before. Ireland's like a little democratic American little country. It's pathetic. It's not really. There's this idea. Irish people think they're somehow different from America, and I wish they were, but they're actually not. There's not much cultural differences. You can't, other than you can't own guns and things like that. But it's just we all consume the same media. That's the thing. All the same media controlled by the same oligarchs. All the pushing all the progressive agenda. Women thinking it's like unbelievably cool to have an abortion. think it's like fashionable. They get like they wear the t-shirts. I had an abortion. Yay! I'm so cool. Yeah, gonna work my shitty job and fuck the patriarchy. With their little like little shitty little bags, and they think they're so fucking cool when they're in their 20s, and then they just get like hideously obese and like they age like fucking like milk because of their like masculine lifestyle they're living, going to bars and doing all this shit. I actually haven't like I don't think um women sleeping around ages them. I think it's the lifestyle that ages them. I think a woman can be really promiscuous, but if she lives a healthy lifestyle and doesn't get any STDs, she can maintain her looks. It's not the fact that she's getting dicked down by all these guys that ages these Western women. It's the lifestyle, it's the alcohol, it's the food, it's the lack of exercise, it's just the toxic mentality they have about life and everything, all the progressivism. It kind of rots them, kind of. But the reason I know that is because like there's plenty of Japanese girls that are unbelievably promiscuous and they're still like really beautiful right into their late 20s, early 30s, like, and they're really really promiscuous. Like they have a lot of sex, and but when I went back to Ireland in Christmas 2018, I was like, holy shit. I think I was around 29 at the time. Um, and the girls that were my age, like they genuinely looked middle age. Like if you compare like a 29-year-old Japanese woman with a 29-year-old Irish woman, it's like holy shit. Like the Irish women looked like middle aged, like mid 40s kind of thing, like wrinkles, like caked on makeup, kind of lumpy bodies, like kind of lumped out, like lumps of fat. You just kind of shocking. Like holy shit, that's like. And then I was looking at myself, and I was like, do I look? Do I have I? You know, I take care of myself though. I don't think I've aged even. And got to be honest, like not. you know, the same for men, Irish men. They age like it's because of the lifestyle how badly they age. And there is a genetic element to it too, but I think it's mostly the lifestyle, the junk food, the like just the amount of alcohol they drink, the late nights, the lack of sleep. Um, yeah, guys, there's so many guys I saw, old friends of mine that were like fat and like balding, and you know, yeah, you might not be able to prevent going bald, but I think if you live an unhealthy lifestyle, it's gonna increase the. In some cases, you can like just increase the speed at what that of that happening. But yeah, it's just no good. Winston says the upside is that now girls more readily understand that they are a friend with benefits and no more. Well, I mean, they have to understand it because like what do they bring to the table? It's funny. And speaking of friends, it's funny when these girls think that they can well girls know innately. I think that men and women cannot be friends, um, but they'll keep these like beta guys around just for the free attention, and they'll want to reach up and sleep with they'll keep banging the Chad guys, and they'll keep the beta guys around. And these beta guys will, like, the first chance they get, they'll jump on it. Like oh, my time has finally come through. You know, a girl could be friends with a guy for 10 years, right? The guy would be like waiting around, like, yeah, so I'm gonna get my chance. I'm gonna get my chance. Meanwhile, she's sleeping around like, have in her party years. And when she's like come over the hump, when she's hit the wall, we all know about the wall. Like when she's hit the wall, she'll panic and she'll look like who's around her. and she'll choose one of the beta guys that can, that will be willing to commit to her and pay for her. Maybe if she's really lucky, like that will pay for her to maybe have a child or something. But and that's if she's really lucky. Even I think it's getting even hard for these women to find beta guys. To be honest, it's not only that they don't want the beta guys. I think the beta guys don't even want to commit to them. They're just too into their games and shit. They're like, oh, it's too much trouble, maybe. The Republic of Awesome says, thanks to MLD, my LTR has been better than ever. She's working her ass off to keep me around. Good stuff. And so she should. Because I'm 100%. Relationships are for women. Like, they're not for men. Like, they're like, the only reason a guy would get into a relationship is out of his scarcity mindset. So the fact that women should be working, like they should be doing things, like they should be, being sweet, feminine, making you dinner. They should work, because I don't think relationships are for men. I think they're for women. Marriage is for women, not for men. Some guys want to get married later in life, but in general, I think most guys don't necessarily want to get married, have all that responsibility, having to pay for, I don't think a lot of guys want that. I think it's mostly for women. Yeah. Gabriel says marriage is dead, so they hoeing out. Go figure. Marriage is dead. It's absolutely dead. It's so funny. I mean, I remember I had an argument with my mother one time. I just told her, like, I don't know what we were talking about, but word of advice, don't ever try and red pill your parents, or don't bother. Just don't bother. Let them. It's too traumatic. Like, it's like if someone has been smoking all their life and they're 80 years old, like, you don't try and wean them off. You just they're going to die. 80-year-old trying to get them off cigarettes is probably going to make them die sooner. You know what I mean? I actually heard that's true, but it gets to a point. Same with religion. If you're, don't try and like mess with your parents' religious beliefs, because it's too late. Like, if they're like if they're in their 60s, it's better off just to leave it. But my point, I'm rambling. The point is, I was talking with my mother, and she was saying, "Oh, when are you gonna get married? Or when do you have a girlfriend?" And I was like, "No, I don't know." But not many. I just said not many people are getting married anyway. So, like, and she was like, "Oh, but I know so and so's daughter that got married." And I was like, "Well, that's like, these anecdotal. Just because you know someone, or one person, doesn't mean that's the overwhelming. Yeah, it could be just one instance. And to be honest, in Western countries, it's getting more and more like that, where it's like, it's rare. Like, I mean, out of all my friends, there's like all my old friends, even people that I know that vast majority of them are not, like, most of them aren't even in relationships, let alone marriage. Few of them have, like, unplanned pregnancies, some kids that were unplanned. But Western women are just getting rid of it's cool to have an abortion now. It's awesome. It's like, it's progressive and hip. It's trendy, as Alex Jones would say. It's trendy. It's hip. It's like, it's cool. Like, get the T-shirt, let people know. People go, yes, girl, yeah, girl. Oh my God, awesome. You're like cool. You got an abortion. Like, it's just like that kind of rotten, sick culture. I wouldn't celebrate a dog getting an abortion. Why would you celebrate it? It's one thing to get one, whatever, but like, just why be a cunt about it? why be such a prick that you have to go around, like, thinking it's cool? Like, it's so, these people are so unbelievably embarrassing. Like, they're just embarrassing. Like, Western women are embarrassing as fuck. Like, they're just like, I think, when people try to be something they are, they're try to be something they're not, like genuinely not. It's a really, it's kind of cringy. It's a cringy thing to see someone, trying to be something they're not. And Western women have become so, like, you know just repugnant, like it, not only physically but like, you know mentally too, like, and they're just constant, like, bashing of men. And to be honest, let's be honest, like white men too, like it is like mostly like. And to be honest, the people who bash white men the most are typically white women. It's white women that do it. um the only dirty looks I get in Tokyo are from other, mostly, I rarely get dirty looks. People, don't pay me much attention, but I don't know, if I walk past a Western chick, she'll just kind of scowl at me, or like there'll just be a, even if I come into contact or talk with them for a bit, there'll be just, I've talked about this before. There's a bad air. There's like a, because like I said, they know that I like it. Guys that come to Japan like it because the women are beautiful, they're feminine. It's like a clean, safe country. The food is great, and they're looking, And to be honest, Japanese men, they don't want anything to do with that masculine vibe, that masculinity, that kind of, the even physically, like even how, Western women tend to be bigger, to be honest, and the ones I see in Japan are certainly bigger. Um, but yeah, let's see. Sergio says, dude, some of these girls are shot. I see 29-year-olds that look 45. It's fucked. And it's like, it sounds like you're exaggerating, but you're 100% not. Like it's not an exaggeration what you're saying. Sometimes I see, like, girls in their early 20s that look like they're in their mid 30s. And it's like, damn. It's like, how did you do that? Like, you just complete lack of self-care, indulging, living like a man, even worse than a man, you know. Um, Javier says, taking care of your skin, teeth, and body as a man is a simple way to indicate higher value. Most Western guys are slobs. This is because the quality of women have declined drastically. They have like plummeted down, like completely crashed. Yeah, you can, as a Western man, if you take care of your health, your physical appearance and your fashion and your style, you're gonna be miles ahead of most guys. You're gonna stand out, and you're gonna be able to get the top quality. You're gonna be able to get the hottest women, um, to have fun with. But regards relationships, I don't, unless it's open relationship, like, forget it. I just wouldn't do it. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Da, da, da. Yeah. So, Javier says, "Is abortion a billion-dollar industry now?" I'm sure it is. It must be. I mean, it's like, I haven't looked into it, but it sounds like it would be. You know. C says, "Wasn't it Ireland where all the women cried and danced in joy because they got the right to abort?" Yes, it was. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. All these fat pigs, all these ignorant little, let's be honest, little fucks. Like, I know people that were like, what were pro-choice, and they were sickened by these entitled bitches. The worst thing about it is that taxpayers have to pay for it. It's not even like that. They just get the right to abort. It's that the taxpayers actually have to pay for it. It's like under healthcare. Healthcare, like what? What? Yeah, how is that healthcare? You know, um, I'll be honest. I don't. I don't. I'm liberal. I'm pretty liberal when it comes to shit. Like, I'm like, yeah, do it, but don't make me fucking pay. If you want to fucking, like, kill your child, uh, pay for it yourself. You fucking bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Um, Pay for yourself. Like, I'm like, do it. Like, I think To quite honest, I'm pro-choice. Like I'm just like, I don't want to interfere. I don't want people to interfere with me. I don't want to interfere with other people's business, right? But like, let's be honest. Like they should at least they need to be allowed. They should have to pay for it, obviously. But they're getting that shit for free. It's like, damn, you know. It's like you not only you're doing that, but you're demanding other people pay for it. And then why celebrate it? Why celebrate it? I don't understand. Just like humbly accept that, oh yeah, we're allowed to have abortions now. Like, yeah, it's like it's not something to celebrate. Like I said, I wouldn't celebrate a dog like getting its having an abortion. Why would you celebrate a human having an abortion? Down with the patriarchy. Um, yeah, so da, 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 da. Republic of Awesome says, "Yeah, my long-term relationship is open, but only to other women, and I do the picking." Good stuff. Good stuff. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so I don't know. Let's look at some. Let's see some examples of Western women. Let me see. Share the screen. All right, so
yelling in my car for 30 minutes because fucking parenting is hard. It's hard because they're little mirrors. If I want my son to be a better person or to grow up and just be a good fucking human, I have to be a good person. He mimics everything I do. He mirrors everything. So if I have a fucking bad attitude, he's gonna have a goddamn bad attitude. If I say fuck, of course he's gonna say fuck. I have to change me to change him. I've just been yelling in my car for 30 minutes.
All right. And you gotta laugh at it because it's like, oh, that's just one, that's just one crazy woman. No, that's like for me, like call me crazy or whatever, but I think that's like kind of the average Western woman now. That's how they behave. That kind of like hysteria, like pure hysteria. I feel really, man, like that poor kid. Imagine that being your mother. That is just completely like lost the plot. Like completely, her mind's just gone. Like, I'd say she's probably pretty abusive to that kid. I imagine it's just that it's because it's a boy too, so she probably has some kind of hatred for men and boys and whatever. Kids, yeah, I presume she's a single mom because I don't know, man. She might not be. She might have a husband imagine living with that. Imagine having to be in the same house as that. Yeah, I want to put as much distance from people like that in as I can in my life. I don't want to be around them. So like, and say I'm crazy, but I think that's how the average Western woman behaves. That's what it seems to me, anyway. Let me get another one. Let me see. Sergio says, "Wait till our kid watches this in 20 years." Yeah, I mean, my kid's probably going to be messed up. Bro, she looks like she wished she had an abortion. I mean, there's women out there that have talked openly about wishing they had abortions, even when they had. I think I don't know if did Kim Kardashian say something about wanting to have an abortion? I don't know, because I know Kanye kind of lost his mind. He went kind of nuts because I think they were going to have an abortion, and he kind of lost his mind because he couldn't believe that they were actually going to do that. And yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, it's just it's crazy. Um, Republic of Awesome says, I have a son. Even when I was blue pill, being a stay at home dad is easy as fuck. My son is going to be the Giga Chad. Good stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's all about how you raise children. I think we're all products of our environment somewhat. So, it's how you raise kids. Um, how they turn out. So let's see. Get another one. Get another one. There's like hundreds of examples of this stuff on the internet. Here's another one.
Please don't teach if you don't believe.
First of all, look at her. Like she's like, I don't know, 250. She's probably pretty giant. She just has that like big frame. She looks like she has a big frame. Just typical feminist.
That there is white privilege, please don't teach. If you don't believe that Black Lives Matter, please don't teach. If you don't believe in systemic racism and how it negatively impacts our students of color and don't want to help dismantle those systems, please don't teach.
She's just so fucking annoying. She's just so annoying. This is a perfect example. This is a good example of the type of Western women I would see in Japan when I used to teach English. And this is a very good example. Like Japanese guys wouldn't touch wouldn't touch them with a barge pole. Wouldn't, you know what I mean? They get completely sidelined because Japanese men, while they're pretty feminine, they have pretty high beauty standards. They're pretty savage when it comes to, Japanese guys I'm gonna say it, like they punch above their weight, like massively. Like every single day I go out in Japan, I see some scrawny little I don't want to call them a twerp, but like these scrawny little dudes with unbelievably hot women. Like it looks like such a mismatch, but in Japan it's so normal. Because the girls dress so well and so stylishly, and the guys, it just looks odd, but you get used to it. It's something you wouldn't see so much in Western countries, where you would see really, really hot girls with these like really meek looking guys. But then, I mean, yeah, so my point is these Western women obviously get sidelined because they're just so unfeminine and they're not, but it's just this kind of woman is like, it's just, I was just saying at the start of the stream that it's white women that are mostly against white men. It's not other ethnicities. It's white women. It's they're basically traitors to their fathers, their brothers, their you know every society, every single society in the history of planet Earth has done bad things. There's been internally civil wars, whether they've invaded other countries, whether they've done things internally within their own countries, tribes massacring each other. It's these brainwashed idiots that are saying, white people constantly need to apologize for, their ancestors. And, even amongst white people, there's so many different countries and cultures and histories. Like, I mean, Ireland was oppressed for centuries, and, I don't even go on about it. I don't look for any, kind of, Ireland never, had any invading forces that, colonized countries. So, but, my point is, these when someone like the reason it's so unbelievably irritating that these women are like I have such disdain for them. It's like the situation where someone apologizes for you. There is nothing more infuriating, especially when you haven't done anything wrong. Like when you haven't done something wrong, and I can't even think of a good example, but I know it's definitely happened for me before where someone has tried to apologize for me when in fact I haven't done anything wrong, or where if you're having an argument with someone or like having a discussion with someone and someone intervenes and tries to break up the argument, and then it kind of makes things even worse because you can look. I don't know, I'm rambling, but my main point is when someone tries to apologize for you, even though you don't want to apologize and you didn't do anything wrong, it's like it's really really annoying. Rishi Padaruth in house. What is up? What is good? Hope you're well. Javier says she's the brown-haired Karen. Indeed, she is. Indeed, she is. It's really Karens are the real cancer of Western society. It's like these women just. The reason it's so annoying, like I said, they're apologizing for I'm a white man, I'm Irish. Well, I didn't. Even my ancestors didn't do anything. Like but even internally they probably did. Even if every country, like I said, every country, every culture has done like terrible things. So like the fact that it's like white people are just the only ones that can be racist is like it sickens me. It's like that's racist in itself because you're judging someone on the color of their skin. You're not judging them on the content of their character. These these kind of people are reprehensible. They're sickening. They're such cowards, and it's so funny because it's not they're not like they're only doing it to be popular. They're only doing it because they think they're on the winning side. They don't think this is they're not doing it as some kind of like social justice thing. The reality is they're just cowards. They're just really cowardly, wanting to be accepted by society, by the greater society. They want to be seen as like virtuous, good people, but in fact they're such losers. They're such losers, and there's so many of them. That's the unfortunate thing. There's so many of them. Just a little popularity contest for them. Let's get another one up. Let me see. And we got another one.
So I just had a really shitty moment where I lost my temper. I was trying to do something and my cat wouldn't move. And I lost my temper on him and I yelled at him for no reason. And I know that sounds so dumb, but I feel awful. And he's hiding from me. I know. I know how I look right now. But damn, he doesn't deserve my irritation. Nobody really does. Sometimes we just feel really shitty and we react. But the shitty thing with him being a cat is I don't know if he understands me when I'm saying I'm sorry. But humans do, so make sure you apologize to people when you treat them badly. Do.
Right. So, this is how unhinged it doesn't need to be said. Obviously this woman is like she's hit the wall. Obviously, that doesn't even need to be said. But it's just again with the hysteria, like the hysterical. It's so stereotypical that they have obviously they have the cats. She's freaking out about Yeah, I pity the cat too, because these women take out their anger on anything that's around them, um, because it's too painful for them to acknowledge that they've been sold a lie. They've been sold an absolute lie, and now they're post wall, they're single, their eggs are dried up, the chances of them having a giving birth or have passed, it's gone. It's like it's those doors have closed, and that must be like a really like traumatic thing. Like that must be like so. A lot of them will, instead of admitting that that they were wrong, to like hate on men and think that they can live like a man, have it all. A lot of time they'll double down on their ideology, because they just don't want to admit defeat. A lot of people don't want to admit defeat. They'd rather pretend, continue on with the lie, than to admit that they've been wrong, because it's too embarrassing. It's like the beer bug. So a lot of people will never. They'll Even if evidence comes out and it's fully proven that it has been the biggest scam in human history. There'll be vast majority of people wouldn't even want to listen to that, because um it's just too embarrassing. All the things they did, all the hand washing, um all the fear mongering, all the masks they wore, all the they lost their business, they lost like their livelihoods, and they gave up, they stayed home, they did all this. It's just too much. Like, if it was to be found out that really it's not that, it was just another flu going around, then they'd rather continue with the lie. And that's why we will continue with the lie. It'll never be revealed that it was a scam. It will always be, the history books will mark it as this big pandemic. But we all lived through it, and we all know, like, you know um history's made up a lot of the time. Let me get another one up. Another all right.
Racism grow.
Okay, this is the same chick, so here we go. Another Western white woman with more bullshit.
If you're white, yes, you are racist. Even if you think you're woke, we all benefit from oppression. Pretending you're not racist only makes racism grow. If you're white.
Oh man, these post-wall, pathetic, embarrassing white women. Um, these people are the worst. Like, these, even if you're a person of color, and you have these white Karens, like, giving you pity, it's so insulting. It's so, it's like me personally, whenever someone pities me and I don't want pity, I get angry. I'm like, I don't want your fucking pity. Like, you know what I mean? It's like especially if you don't, like, nothing that bad has happened to you. I've had, I can't even think of an example now, but I've definitely had it where it's like something has happened to me and it's not a big deal, and someone's like, "Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's so bad." I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't give a shit. What, you know what I mean? It's like, I hate pity. Even if something bad has happened to me, I don't want pity, because that makes me feel worse. You know what I mean? These are not obnoxious, like, pathetic, Karens that only make things worse. Um, they only divide with their constant bullshit. Republic of Awesome says SJW thinking is the same as the KKK. They just think it's bad. They just think it's bad thing v good thing. Yeah, these people, they just view things as black and white. They don't understand that people are made up of good and bad. So these social justice warriors will try and like get people deplatformed, dox people, try and get them fired from their jobs for like a thing they have said, or like a tweet, an opinion they might have had years ago. Um, they have no tolerance. People on the left, these progressives are the least tolerant. They are the real fascists. They're the most they're the most intolerant group of people ever. They're actually the ones that these anti-fascists. They're the actual fascists. They're the ones that are you know, and they're the most pathetic people because they always they always attack in groups. They never stand up on their own 2 feet. They always have to be in groups. Like they're always trying to be on the winning side. Like they're just trying to pick the winning team, and oh, this is like, oh, I have to do this to be popular. I just need to be popular. And it's just what goes for all these pathetic, mostly white women, but Western women in general. But you know, I mostly get it from other white women that that apologize for me, and I'm like, bitch, like you don't apologize, get the fuck out of my face. Like Javier says, it's annoying when whites apologize for no reason. So I understand your point, Mac. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of the time it comes across as condescending. You know, it's more annoying. It's like you don't really want. It just makes things kind of worse because like apologizing for what happened in the past in the history, just it comes across as like I don't know. There's something stinks about it. Something so disingenuous about it. It's like it's very suspicious. Uh, Javier says they virtue signal. Yeah, it's just virtue signaling. It's just trying to be. They're just trying to be accepted by the tribe. It's in female nature. Um, if Nazis were cool, then Karens would be that too. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what happened? Like, I mean, when the Second World War happened, like how was it? The French women, like a lot of the Nazis invaded obviously a lot of European countries, and a lot of the women like hooked up with the Nazis. You know, they just and they were. I can't remember what country it was, but when the war finished, I think some of these women had to pay the price because people remembered that they were hooking up and helping out the Nazis. Because why? Because they thought they were going to be the winning team. They just cared, like as Richard Cooper says, they just hang out at the finish line and pick the winners. Same thing goes for war brides. Women will be they'll be spared by the invading forces and just you know accept the winning army, or they'll become wives or whatever of the winning forces. And yeah, it's just funny, man. I don't know. It's like it's such in clear sight, that you can just see right through them. Let me get another one. Okay.
Holy you guys! I'm driving a car, but I just got a notification that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died! Could this year get any worse? Ruth, you just had to make it to 2021!
Yeah, it's just endless hysteria. Endless hysteria. It is funny though. You gotta laugh at it. Yeah, but it's the funny thing. It's unfortunate. Imagine if Trump actually won. It would have been so funny to see all these like uh, hysterical videos again. But that didn't happen. It is what it is. Um, yeah, guys, I don't know. It's enjoy the decline. Just enjoy just pimping these hoes out, because that's what we got to do, because it's pointless to get into relationships. You're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Um, it was just not worth it. Um, yeah, I don't know. Or like, if you get the chance, if things open up in the world, like try and get out of the Western world, try and travel, see what see what other cultures are like, see what other women are like. It's like, it's just amazing. It's like, countries still have like feminine women. They haven't been tarnished. They haven't been destroyed um, by this like crazy ideology, trying to make women, women and men the same, which is never going to happen. Uh, it's just crazy to see how much like Western countries have fallen, like how repulsive the average female has become. How entitled, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I need to go there and see it, but um, from what I see, it just looks like, it looks bad. It looks real bad. I would just I would not want to be there. But yeah, but the way to deal with it is just, you know. What was the phrase? What is the phrase? Take from, I don't know if it's a, take from them everything but give them nothing. Because they've taken from us. They've taken, femininity away from society, and that's like, that's what we're that's the thing that makes men like get up in the morning. That's what, you know ultimately, even if it's you're on your purpose, and you should be getting up to do something you love, but ultimately, even you're on your purpose so you can attract like beautiful females, feminine women, but they've like, they're stealing that away from us. And to be honest, I think it's like, it goes pretty deep. I think it's like it's psychological warfare. you know I think it is like, it's somewhat orchestrated as a depopulation strategy, divide and conquer. China's laughing. China is absolutely taking over. China is going to be they're going to be the top dogs. Their women are beautiful. Their economy is going, like, they're taking over. Even here in Tokyo, you see Chinese. They're just like, they're one of the richest areas in shopping districts in Tokyo. It's mostly caters to Chinese market. Um, but yeah, and their women are super hot. You know, it's it's like, it's worlds apart. Pretty much every Asian country, the women are all beautiful and feminine. Um, Korea, I went to Korea, and it wasn't, it was kind of, Korea was a warning shot for me. I was like, oh shit, I would not like to see Japan go the way of Korea, because Korea, if I was to sum it up, when I visited, it seemed like a mixture of America and China. And it was kind of a bad mix. Um, I wasn't, because it seems, from what I've heard, feminism, it does spread. It's These countries are in danger from being infected, because it spreads like cancer. Um, and it's definitely taken root in Korea. Um, uh, so it's like, I would hate to see yeah, Japan go down that route. Uh, you know, but yeah, guys, it's been good. Today is Friday night, so I will be back on Monday for episode 71 of Player Life. As usual, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links in the description. By the way, I have this like premium service on my website. I don't know if you guys want to join any of those groups, learn about game, learn about getting bitches, photography game. I'm the man for it. But I will leave it there. These comments aren't loading up. I don't know. This screen is kind of frozen. But I will catch you guys on Monday. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye bye.